Hello, people. Back again for another interview, this time with Martha Kuwahara. Martha, hi. How are you?
Hi, good.
Good. Okay. There's a lot of accolades that I was trying to research yesterday in preparation. If you were to brag about yourself for 5 seconds, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Um,
Oh.
what would you describe yourself? Well, listen, let's do this. Describe yourself as a golfer to someone who doesn't know who you are.
I would just say, I play a lot of tournaments, in state and out of state. I'm ranked third in Illinois right now, overall, and I think I'm ranked around 28th for my graduation year in all of America, I guess.
Okay, pretty. So that's okay. Um, Definitely better than most people. All right, so why don't we just get into it? You are at GBN, right? Glenbrook North.
Yep.
Um, when did you first start getting into golf?
So basically, I used to always watch golf. My grandpa and my brother have been playing since I was little. They take me to driving ranges, but I actually like never played. I never hit shots. I just watched them.
Okay.
And I think I started the summer going into sixth grade. So that was when I was like 11 or 12.
And now you're 16?
Yeah.
So gosh, I mean, not that long ago. Jeez. Now, why don't we go back and kind of talk about your life just growing up? It's my understanding that you moved to the US from Japan.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, why don't you I mean just tell me about that. How difficult or interesting was that transition?
Um, I personally didn't expect to move to America.
Yeah.
um, and it was actually like a really hard, interesting experience for me because I didn't really understand Japanese either that well because I was only six.
Right.
And coming to a new country, new language, like people tried to translate Japanese into English, but then I didn't really understand Japanese, and it was just like a shipwreck. Yeah.
So you come over and it's been great ever since?
Yeah, it's been
Okay.
really great. Yeah.
No. Okay, now let's get into I know you through the golf practice and through Chris Olerking.
Yep.
When did you first start going to the golf practice? Was that right when you started around 11 or 12?
Actually, I started um a year after starting golf.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Was that your decision, your parents' decision?
It was my decision. My brother was also like always with TGP and Chris, and I just really liked their connection. I guess like they bonded really well. They
Yeah.
had a really nice like tight knit relationship, and I kind of wanted that as well. Like I wanted to have like a close relationship with the coach, and I also wanted to try like a new swing out. So I started to go with TGP.
Yeah. Shout out Issa who was in M360 with me. Um, Hope you're doing well, dog. Now, it comes to the point where, and granted, I didn't know you started at 11 or 12. That's pretty late for someone who's ranked 28th in the country, just 4 or 5 years later. When was the point where you're like, hey, I want to make golf the thing that I want to be really good at? Was there like a point where you, like, I remember after my freshman year of high school, I'm like, listen, I'm going to give this a go. Was there a point for you like that?
Well, after quitting gymnastics, it was really hard for me to pick a sport. So my parents suggested tennis or golf, and I took lessons in both. And it was my first shot. I hit a driver and I hit it 150 yards.
It's pretty good. It's
I
pretty
was
good.
I was like shocked. I was amazed. I'm like, that was my first shot. Like I didn't even like I don't know. It was so interesting and I just loved seeing the ball go so far. And I'm like, this is my sport. Like I want to keep pursuing in this.
Nice. Now, speaking of hitting the ball really far, you probably have one of the most desirable power moves with your lower body in terms of hitting it far, which is awesome. Like I'm so jealous.
Really?
Now, let's talk about the drive, chip, and putt because and I'm sure you've gotten crazy media time for it, and maybe you can walk us through that just as a fan of yours. Tell someone who doesn't know, first of all, what is the drive, chip, and putt, and kind of what has led to your success in that event as we go through this.
Well, drive, chip, and putt is basically like a competition where anyone can participate in it.
Mm-hmm.
Ages like I think 6-ish to like until you're 15,
Okay.
and you just hit 3 shots of drive, chip, and putt, and you just collect points, and you keep trying to make it to Augusta National. And I think it's a really great competition because any age, any skill, anyone can do it. Like you just sign up. You don't have to be a competitive player to do it.
Yeah.
And I think what led to my success in the second Augusta National is just me talking with Coach Chris. Because after the first time, Coach Chris and I were really excited, and we just kept like pushing drive, trim, putt, pushing drive, trim, putt. We were like, let's practice driver and chipping and putting only for like these 2 months. And I think it just got too much in my head. And
Hmm.
then Coach Chris this year told me, you know what? This year we're gonna forget about it. We're gonna forget about it until April, and then we're just gonna work on our game and just see where that takes us. And then he was right. Like I wasn't nervous at all.
Huh.
Like it came. Drive Shin Putt came. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like I kind of forgot about that. Like and then I just walked up there and I'm like, this is just a regular shot on the driving range. Like, I think I just idolized drive, trim, putt too much.
Hmm.
I just thought too highly of it. And that just like got in my head. So, yeah.
Right, because at the end of the day, it's just another day on the golf course. Granted,
Yeah.
it's at Augusta National. So why don't you talk us through your run a little bit of like, right? There's a local qualifier, and then you move your way up.
Mm-hmm. There's local and top three go to the sub regionals, I think. And then from sub regionals, I think it's 2 players, and then regionals, and then it's just one person from regionals, and then that's how you get into Augusta.
Okay, so you did. Did you win most of those, or at least finish in the top two? Right.
Yeah, I actually I broke my streak at sub regionals or regionals, but I got a 20. Basically for chipping, there's like a circle for 20, 15, and 10,
Yeah.
and the 20 is like I don't know 3 feet. I got every single chip into the 20 except for one chip in like the whole competition. I
Jeez.
was I was so mad.
I don't know. I mean, I'd be happy with 10 or even 15. Gosh, but um, okay. And then you get to Augusta, and it's your second time there, right?
Yep.
Did it help being on property the year before? I'm assuming.
Yeah, because the year before I was told that you we won't get like much of a warm up, but I didn't realize how short it actually was. They literally timed us for a minute and a half, like or like 2 minutes for each part. So you get
Oh
two
my
minutes on the driving
gosh.
range, 2 minutes on the chipping green, 2 minutes on the putting green, and then boom,
Jeez.
you go.
What a nightmare. Oh my
I
gosh.
was, I was taking my time on my at the driving range because I didn't know it was like that short. And then I hit a couple of drives, and they're like, "You're up," and I was like, "Wait, it's like it's my turn." Like it was just too fast, and that really helped because the second year I just like got straight to hitting. I'm like, I'm just hitting as much as possible.
Smart, smart.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so spoiler alert, you win out of every, what is it, 14 and 15 the division, right?
Yep.
You win the drive, chip, and putt at Augusta National for your age group. What has that been like, and what confidence has that given you so far?
I mean, I went to Augusta National and won like a match, like a tournament. Like that's just like a huge deal to me personally,
Yeah.
because not only was it my grandpa's like dream for like one of his grandchildren to like play at Augusta, but like to win something at the Augusta course is just like I don't know. It still feels like a dream, you know.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe that actually happened. And I feel like it gave me so much confidence in my drives and my chip and my putt. It's like I got it close enough at like drive and putt. I can get it close here.
Right.
Like
Yeah. So let's kind of go into, because although right there's a difference between drive, chip, and putt and actual golf. Now on the golf course, granted you're ranked 28th in the Gosh darn country, that's pretty good. Looking up your IJGA scores, you played 6 events last summer, and you didn't finish outside the top six.
Hmm.
Which I'm not sure if you knew that, but that's pretty darn good, including 2 wins, including two
Oh,
wins.
I
Um,
didn't.
so yeah, pretty exceptional. What is your thought process? I guess how does it differ from normal golf? Like when you're teeing it up for a tournament, what does your mind go through?
So when I'm teeing up for a tournament, my mental game is like really bad,
Okay.
and I've gotten a mental coach, and because I just keep thinking ahead and ahead, which
Yeah.
Coach Chris always tells me not to do, and I just keep doing it. So I got a mental coach, and what he told me to do is to just like find a coping mechanism for that. And I was like,
Hmm.
okay. So I just figured out that when I practice, I always listen to like the same song on repeat. So I'm like, I just keep humming the song in my head, and then I just like don't feel nervous because it feels like I'm at practice.
Nice.
So that's what's going on in my head.
What song do you listen to? Does it
it's a
does it change or
It changes by week, I guess. Like it just changes on my mood.
yeah.
But usually it's like either a pop song or like a Japanese song.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I heard something, and I think this is true. Patrick Reed, when he was on the PGA Tour,
Hmm.
listened to Radioactive by Imagine Dragons
Hmm.
for every warm up session an entire year. It's pretty insane.
Really?
Yeah,
That is
so
insane.
it's interesting. Um, so, kind of walk us through. I know we talked about it a little bit, but just what the golf practice has meant to you as you're continuing to mature as a player.
I mean, like the golf practice is basically like the second family to me.
Yeah.
Like they treat me like a family, and I don't feel like I don't know how to describe it, but with other coaches, it feels like a coach-student relationship.
Hmm.
It feels like I can't say too much about my personal life, and I can't really like I don't want to really share about my emotions on the golf course or something like that. But when Chris caddies for me, I just like blab my emotions. I talk about my personal life. I talk about what happened at school. Like it's such a comforting community, and not just Coach Chris but like all the other coaches too.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, how's it going, how's finals, how's school. Like it's not just golf they care about, they care about like my life outside of school too, and I feel like that's just a really great community to
Gosh,
be
you
in.
couldn't have said it any better. I think that is what, and of course, this is not a paid advertisement for the golf practice, although I'm a golf practice lifer. Yeah, that's where they differentiate themselves, I think, from other people is the overall care of the student.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all right, so just learning more about you, you have a lot of things going on for you. Your Instagram bio, what you're a model and an actress too. Um, what is, I guess, what's the dream?
My dream.
Yeah, what's your
Um,
dream?
this is a far-fetched dream,
Sure.
but my personal
That's why they're
dream is
dreams.
to go to like a D1 college, preferably like about 50%, just saving myself money.
Yeah.
And I really want to go pro. Like
Okay.
that's my dream. I really want to do or go pro, and like you said, I am a model, so I also I see like pro golfers on like golf TV commercials sometimes. So
Yeah.
I want to be like one of those.
Cool. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. No, that's awesome. Well, you're well underway, Martha. Why don't you, for the 12-year-old just getting into golf watching this, what is one piece of advice sitting in your shoes now that you would give them?
I would personally say that me as a child, I just loved going to the driving range, and I'm like hitting there like 1,000 balls every day, and then go to the putting green, hit like 3 putts, and then like get out of there. And what I would tell my younger self is like work on your short game, because at the end of the day, even if you like spray it all over the golf course, if you have the short game, you can make a good score. So I would say even though putting and chipping may be like the most boring, quote unquote, part of golf, it's the most important. It's like 70% of your game. So I feel like I would tell them to focus on that rather than perfecting your swing. Yeah.
Exactly. You're exactly on it. Every interview I've had, and some professional golfers on here, they've always said if I could go back, I would just work short game. Um, so yeah, you're right on track. Okay, a couple fun questions. How about this?
Mhm.
Okay, favorite. Let's go favorite music.
Favorite music?
Yeah.
Like type of music?
Hmm.
I love pop. Um,
Who's your favorite singer?
my favorite singer is Charlie Puth.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yep. Um, great. I love that. What is your favorite thing to do when you're not golfing?
When I'm not golfing, I love to paint. Like,
Really?
I love to buy those paint by number stuff or like those gem things. I actually have one right here.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like these gem thingies.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I love doing like some kind of arts. Like I love arts and crafts.
Gosh, that's insane. Good for you. Um, favorite food when on the road,
Favorite food when on the road?
when you're traveling, yeah.
When I'm traveling, I love what is it? I just love a traditional like American breakfast. I love skillet.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know, just it's just my go-to order.
Yeah. Love that. And then final one. How about this? A dream golf foursome.
Ooh, dream foursome. Okay.
These are fun questions.
I want I would say Hideki Matsuyama,
Okay.
and I would say Tiger Woods, and I would say Lexi Thompson.
Nice. Is she your favorite LPGA player?
I would say so,
Okay.
yeah.
She
What
crushes the
else?
ball. She crushes the
Yeah,
ball.
she
Yeah.
does.
Uh-huh. Okay, Martha. I think that is all I have for you. Do you have anything else to add?
Nope, I
Okay.
don't.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much and best of luck. I'll be seeing you around.
Yep, thank you.
Okay, bye.